ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ जयन्ते मङ्गलकाले भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवदात्री स्वाहा स्वादा नमोस्तुते। ॐ शांति शांति शांतिः। Sai Ram Lane, Sai Ram from Malaysia.
Sai Ram Sharma, Sai Ram from New Thailand. We thank our Bhagwan for permitting us to tell the story of his divine omniscience and omnipotence. When I was 1 year in the ashram, I was aware that the bakery had just opened up in the ashram, and the bakery was making pizza. This was an unknown food in the ashram before they began making it, and it was only a limited amount, but they made it in big squares of dough with tomato sauce and a very delicious cheese on top and some herbs. This was very much desired by all of us Westerners, and the queue began very soon after evening darshan, all of us waiting for the bakery to open up. I was in the queue, everyone was being extremely orderly, when suddenly a very short, very blonde, very stroppy young woman pushed her way in front of me. And I said, "Excuse me, Sai Ram, this is the queue, this is my place, could you please go to the back of the queue?" She looked up at me with an angry look on her face and kicked me hard in the thigh. "That's for you," she said. And she had kicked me so hard I nearly fell down. It hurt so badly that tears sprang to my eyes, and I left the queue and went to my room and had a good cry. Again, it was one of those situations, how could this happen in Swami's ashram? The next day I went to darshan. I had a bruise on my thigh, and I had put some cream on it to take away some of the pain. However, I was sitting in the queue, and I could see that little girl, or I call her a little girl because she wasn't. She was maybe 24. I could see her from a distance. I resolved to keep away from her. And we had a beautiful darshan, and as I was filing out the back of the mandir, this is where one of the places the ladies could exit after darshan, I heard a voice behind me saying at the top of her voice, "I am here to ask Swami to give me a green sari. He knows I want one very badly, and I'm sure he is going to grant my wish." I turned around, and there she was again, the angry little blonde lady. And normally I never speak after darshan. This was the rule, that you keep quiet because Swami's energy goes out to you. But if you talk afterwards, that energy is dispersed. Suddenly, something inside of me snapped. I turned around and faced her again, and I said, "Is that all you think about? Asking Swami for some worldly goods? Why are you here?" She punched me hard in the chest and said, "That's for you." It knocked the wind out of me, and again I resolved never to come across this woman's path again. I went back to my room, and it took me some time to recover my equilibrium. That afternoon, I got front row seat, and Swami came over to me so sweetly and said, "How are you, madam?" And I looked up at him, and he knew that I was suffering from the blows that this woman had given me, and I was questioning, how can this happen in your ashram, Swami? But of course, I never ever would say that to him, because you never complain to Swami, and I will talk about this in several other talks as well. You don't complain to him because he knows everything. So I simply smiled to him and said, "Swami, very happy." He smiled, put up his hand in blessing, and walked on. I filed out of the back of the mandir and was determined to go as quickly as I could to my room, where I could fully absorb his blessings. When I saw her again coming for me, and I thought, oh no, here we go. But she came up to me and she was crying. She said, oh, I saw Swami speak to you. You must be very, very devoted to Swami. I have been in this ashram for 4 months, and I have never had a good seat. I have always drawn the last rows. Swami ignores me. I don't think Swami loves me. I have been praying and praying to him for some attention, even to give me a green sari. Could I please come and talk to you? I'm so sorry that I hit you. You must have some spiritual knowledge that you could share with me and give me some advice as to how Swami might pay some attention to me. I said, Sai Ram, sister, I am sorry. I have to observe silence. I wish you a happy stay in Prashanti Nilayam. May Swami bless you. And I hustled away as quickly as I could. I did not see her for the rest of my trip until the last day, and as volunteer staff in the ashram, I was allowed to line up at the ashram supermarket at 8:30 in the morning along with other staff. Now, the supermarket did not open for the ladies until 11 o'clock in the morning, so to go in at 8:30 when it was cool to do your shopping was a great boon. I was just in the queue, and suddenly I saw her. I saw her standing outside the supermarket looking forlorn and all drooped over. Something inside of me said, beckon to her. I crooked my finger. She came over to me, and I said, come with me. I will buy you a green sari. She brightened up. I took her inside, and she did choose a beautiful green and gold sari. I can even remember how much it was, 600 rupees. She was so happy. She wanted to thank me and pay me, and I said, no, it is from Swami. It thanks Swami. He has granted your desire for a green sari. Swami has said of desire, desire is all right, as long as it is within reasonable limits. And I think her desire was within a reasonable limit. It is not something that Mata Betty advised that we ever ask Swami for anything, because when we realize that he knows everything and he knows what is best for us, he will grant it. However, in the beginning, when someone is just beginning to create their relationship with Swami, he will grant many of their wishes. He has said, I give you what you want so that you will want what I have come to give. Om Shri Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Tasmat karunya bhavena rakcha Sai Ishvara. Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Sai Ishvara Arpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.